Hello, this is Lee Allen, speaking to you from my hometown, Motown, where back in the 60s, the sound that changed the music world forever, the Motown sound, began. And now because of this program, everyone, including generations then unborn, can take a mind trip in a time capsule, a sort of Back to the Future experience. And for 104 hours, 52 two-hour programs, we can all go back in the 60s again.
Lee Allen, back in the 60s again.
I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
On my left, the president of Motown Records. Big round of applause for Berry Gordy, Jr.
So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
The world's #1 female recording group. From Detroit, the Supremes.
With a song in my heart.
Let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi.
At the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
With a song in my heart for you. Back in the 60s again.
Back in the 60s again. Let's go back and remember when the Motown sound was found.
Each program is a specific date in the 60s and done in the present tense.
Lee Allen on the horn from now until President Kennedy speaks tonight at 9 p.m.
Back in the 60s again.
Lee Allen, coast to coast from Motown, where a few weeks ago in the studio we watched Marvin Gaye record Pride and Joy. It was just 2 years ago, in February of 1964, when the Beatles first came to America to appear on the Ed Sullivan Show. Do you remember? In Back in the 60s again, all things are exactly as they were. The people...
You know what's interesting about it is people of all ages are embracing the time period, whether you lived through it or whether you're too young to remember it.
Dick Clark, old friend, thanks for calling me. Right now, we have to get back to April 13th, 1966.
I wish I were in your backyard so I could listen. I think it's a terrific idea.
Thanks, Dick.
Lee, nice to join you.
Good luck, Dick.
Thank you.
Back in the 60s.
Smokey Robinson, you and I have known each other from the very beginning.
Incidentally, I'd like to mention that the album that we have out now, Going to a Go-Go album, is our first top 10 album.
Hi, this is Lee Allen, coast to coast from Motown tonight. We are at Jamie's on 7, and I am surrounded by the Temptations. Eddie Kendricks, The Way You Do the Things You Do was the very first big hit for the Temptations.
You are one of the reasons that we are where we are now.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm telling. Well, let me tell you.
Lee Allen.
Hi, it's Lee Allen with Chuck Berry from Motown tonight.
Let me tell you about a girl I know. I met her walking down a uptown street.
This is Lee Allen from Motown, blowing the horn, singing the blues with Jerry Reed, Big Boss.
Big Boss Man.
Ha!
They say the neon lights are bright and that there's magic everywhere. But when you have to walk down the street without enough to eat, the glitter is nowhere, man. They say the girls are something else. I don't even look. How you going to make any time when all you've got is a dime? One dime won't even shine your shoes here. They say I won't last. You heard what they said. They'll catch a greyhound and cut for home, but they're wrong. I know they're wrong because I can play this guitar. And someday, this guitar will make me a star on Broadway.
They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway.
And here's the entertainment for January 21st, 1960. Exactly as it was.
How do you like your entertainment? Music, drama, laughter, suspense? You'll find it all this week at your local theater or live on stage. For fantasy, see Pat Boone, James Mason, and Arlene Dahl in Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. Now in the love story of the ages, Yul Brynner and Gina Lollobrigida star in Solomon and Sheba. For romance and a story of courage, don't miss Frank Sinatra in Never So Few. Reserve seats for the first 4 weeks of Ben-Hur go on sale this week coast to coast. And don't miss Liz Taylor, Katharine Hepburn, and Montgomery Clift in Tennessee Williams' Suddenly last summer. Live on stage here in Motown, Kingston Trios at the Masonic Temple. Out in Vegas, Nat Coles at the Sands with Alan and Rossi. At the Riviera, Bill Silvers. Back in New York, it's Maury Amsterdam and Andy Williams at the Copa. Harry Belafonte at the Palace. Miriam Makeba at the Blue Angel. In Reno, see Spike Jones at the City Slickers at the Mapes. And out in L.A. at Ciro's, live in person, and that's really saying something, Dagmar. And that's what's happening coast to coast just for fun. Today, Thursday, January 21st, 1960.
Back in the 60s again.
In Back in the 60s again, all things are exactly as they were. The people, the entertainment, the music. I'll be doggone. Here comes Marvin Gaye. Well.
Back in the 60s again.
And this is from 6 years ago, 1959. Here comes Jerry Keller and Summer all at the same time.
Here comes summer.
Evidently, you have a mental block on the word barracuda. However, I can correct that through hypnotism.
What?
You're getting very sleepy.
I am?
Very sleepy.
Yeah.
Say barracuda.
Barracuda. Hey, I said it. I said Barracuda.
You see, it worked.
Yeah. Folks, for the best deal ever on the Plymouth Barracuda, see your Dimmoth Plealer now.
Back in the 60s again.
Most people have heard little Stevie Wonder play the harmonica in his appearances around this big old Motown with yours truly. And so it's only fitting that today, 9 days before his 14th birthday, Motown should release little Stevie Wonder's next hit, entitled
Now, news with Tom McIntyre.
Senator Robert Kennedy of New York was accused Tuesday of trying to promote, while he was Attorney General, a magazine expose of James R. Hoffa. Hoffa says Kennedy is operating... The heads of many promising Republican candidates rolled last November, and the Republicans are looking for new faces. One of them is a former movie star and now a political lecturer. They want Ronald Reagan to run for governor. Reagan hasn't said no. In Dallas, Judge Joe B. Brown has ordered a sanity trial for Jack Ruby. Ruby, the condemned killer. Brace Beamer is dead. The voice that thrilled America for generations was stilled Monday at his Oxford home of a heart attack. Mr. Beamer, better known as the original good guy in the white hat, was radio's Lone Ranger. He is dead at... On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrials closed at 895.93, up 3 points from yesterday's trading. And that's what's happening coast to coast and around the world today, Saturday, March 27th, 1965. From Motown, this is Tom McIntyre.
And so it begins. The 70s, the 80s, the 90s are all far into the future. Not even a thought. And for the next 52 weeks, you and I will be back in the 60s again.
Back in the 60s again.